thinking out of the box, one isn't just designing a box, one is designing a seaside building. Seaside buildings, to our minds as designers, they shouldn't be too serious about themselves. They shouldn't be too austere or too commercial. It shouldn't just be, a box in a glass and steel curtain wall. A grand block of mansion apartments should look like a grand block of mansion apartments. And they built those kinds of buildings the best, I'd say, in the 1920s and the 1930s, these mansion blocks. In treating the site sensitively with something that's appropriate to the site, we went back to the 1930s, to how they would have done a mansion building. There's an appropriate architectural design intervention on such a sensitive heritage site. I think an important thing to say about Mont Reve is that whereas the flats themselves are obviously private, it's not an entirely private building. It has different qualities of space within the building, some which are public, some which are very private, and some which are semi-public, semi-private. Initially, Berman Brothers briefed us that they wanted the largest, most generous pool and pool terrace at the top of the building that has been done in any sectional title development in the city. Normally if you put a pool on the roof, it's a glorified jacuzzi. This had to be a pool that was like 20 meters long that you can do proper lengths in. And you can imagine it's a very privileged group of people who's living in these apartments and who has access to this kind of pool facility. Then the brief developed from Berman Brothers to do yet another pool, also on the top of the building, that is just as long and just as generous, and that one is exclusive to the penthouses, because they've got these extremely grand penthouses.